What's up,
Wait, why are
YouTube?
you-
Welcome back to another D&D video.
Oh, no.
We're linking our shit.
You already fucked it.
We're linking
I'm
our
ending
shit.
it. I'm ending it.
We're not playing D&D, bro.
Oh, yeah, well, it's the same shit.
Dagger Dick.
Okay. So, everybody... Sorry again, I don't have my camera. I'll try to find it by the
Dagger
next
dick.
session. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So,
Me too.
everybody... Sorry again, I don't have my camera. I need to make sure everybody
Dagger
has
dick
your D12s. And you have 2 of them of different colors.
I don't see color.
So, remember that
see.
one is going to be your
That's all I
hope.
see.
And one is going to be your fear die. We're going to be using those 2d20s a lot. Isaac, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't want to fuck with you. You kind of intimidate the fuck out of me, Dad. That was sick. Holy shit.
That was sick as hell.
Fucking badass.
Right.
So,
Guys, I'm uncomfortable.
what I've told a couple people, and just a better way for us to understand this game, we are going to be playing D&D. That's basically what Dagger Heart is, except we're going to be playing a game of resources where you guys are going to be rolling and getting hope, or rolling and giving me fear. And then I get to spend that fear to make something cool happen. Like maybe in the middle of the conversation, a zombie pops out of the cemetery, or a storm comes down, or in the middle of combat, it'll go to the enemy's turn right away, stuff like that. Whereas your hope die is what you guys get to use your abilities, to give each other advantage, to do tag team moves, which you can do
Linking our
every type shit. Link it. Every combat encounter, everybody can do one team up ability where somebody spends 3 hope die and you get a combined attack to do a little bit more damage, make it a little stronger. So have your dice present. I though do not use D12s. I just use a D20. So when I ask you for a roll, or you can think of it as a normal ability check, I'll need you to roll the 2 dice and then add them together and tell me if it's a higher on the hope or fear die, and then we'll continue from there. We're going to be missing Jordan today, so we're going to kind of change where his character kind of pops up in the story. But other than that, are you all ready?
Is the music playing currently?
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 Yes.
Uh-huh.
Is it Lament? And are you guys at the beginning? It wasn't playing for me.
It's about to end.
Yeah. I'll go back to the end. Hopefully, it just keeps changing with your. All right.
Any questions so far? Or any questions before we start? Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. Can you
Yeah,
explain the game?
I'll explain again. So, it's the cards actually help.
Oh,
they
fuck. Here we go.
God, I want to get the fucking collector
buying
set
the
so
cards.
bad. So the domain cards, that you guys picked in the physical set, it's actual there's 500 cards,
Oh,
and
my.
you actually get to use. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I want it so bad.
Is it like Black
So
Hair?
we'll start. This means at the beginning of the game, keep in mind that you all start with 2 hope. So make sure you have 2 hope on your character sheet. I get to start with as many hope as there are players. Unfortunately, Jordan canceled last minute, but I'm still gonna take the 5 hope or fear.
I'm
sorry.
gonna add a hope then.
So I'm gonna take 5 fear.
So we all had 1 hope, right? For that?
No. You only start with 2. Period. So
Yeah, but Jordan's not here, so I feel like we should
But Jordan's not here, yeah. You're taking that fear.
it'll be okay.
Cool. I'll read over your haircut.
Thanks.
And
Thank you.
I will be keeping track of that on Roll20 if you guys want to have it open. We won't need Roll20 for today's session other than to watch your sheet. get your sheet together. Okay? Okay. Then let's go ahead and Walker Cat's final warning.
Remington, Liberty, had enough.
Remington, Liberty, enough. I gotta get into character.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Again, I'm a mute, so good luck.
Not talking once.
The world is new and growing. They call it New Reverence, but nobody knows why that name was drawn up. From the mountainous regions of Westeria to the swamp lands of Theris, people here have been surviving for the last 100 years since the Severance. A time in which the gods killed and their essence strewn about the world. It is a place of tension, war, monsters, and at night, the threat of death is ever looming as the darkness creeps in. But there's hope. Hope in the form of magic. It is a form that is drawn from the essence of the fallen gods, whether it's the breath that they once breathed, the blood that flowed through their veins, or the bones that now scatter the continent. The magic here has allowed people to survive through the horrors of the night. Deep south in Theris, the Blackspire Compact controls the southern coast. And from their central powerful location known as Blackspire, a once old and forgotten historical city that had fallen, once again been brought up by these merchant princes, there is a group being assembled. Word had gotten out that far to the east, back down in the marshes and swamplands, there was a city called Wormbloom, where vaults and treasures had been located, and anybody willing to brave the night and darkness could go out there and make immense riches in this lawless land. But not many can do it. Because here within the major cities and the towns and villages, they have lights that protect them from the dangers of the night. Because in the world of New Reverence, once the sun goes down, all bets are off on your safety. Enormous creatures, bloodthirsty, flesh-devouring monsters, all of them exist out in the darkness once the sun goes down. So, it only takes a couple heroes to get lucky. And I think that's the plan for this set of individuals as we hone in on the city of Blackspire, an enormous, sprawling seaside port and merchant. I mean, it is the most grandiose slums you've ever seen. Stacked upon each other are homes and hovels by the 5s to 10s, some of them going up 40, 50 feet high, carved into this black stone that kind of spirals around the coastal area, reminiscent of those stone, I think it's hexagonal stones located in Iceland. You know what I'm talking about? Those
Stonehenge.
Yeah, Stonehenge. Basically a bunch of Stonehenges on top of each other. It is a beautiful, sprawling city at the first glance. A deeper introduction notes that there's a lot of poverty, a lot of thievery, and even more murder, especially tonight, the day before you're all supposed to get together and journey southeast with this guide you had all heard about. You had jumped on this prospect to head towards the vaults, and I would like to know what your character is doing the night before all this is supposed to go down.
My character, he'd probably be making talismans, just making little knickknacks that one might not think holds any significance. Kind of perched up in his porch, a little, honestly, swamp house. Kind of kicked up, just reminiscing, watching the sunset a little bit.
And this, as you're sitting out there in the swamplands, the just ever-present sound of crickets and frogs and insects and all this going on. Who are you? Where are you? What does your character look like? And who are you waiting for?
I am Gabby McGobbles. I'm an elf with pale white skin, but he's quite dirty. He's got like a wide brim, stiff hat, just to keep off the sun from him. Just covered in mud and moss. Wearing kind of like almost like a trench coat covering him down to his knees. Muddy, dirty boots and trousers on. But surprisingly, he looks presentable for how kind of grimy he looks. And always has a staff with him. I believe Gabby doesn't necessarily know who he's waiting for. All he knows is he should be escorting some folk. So he's kind of just prepping.
So you're on the outskirts of the Black Spire. This is not the deepest part of the swamp, but just a few miles out along the road that carries through the south. Your hut, which you were able to kind of manufacture, maybe not even manufacture, you just kind of found an abandoned home and made it a little bit more home.
Oh, 100%. I ain't got time to build.
What's the talisman you're making, and is it for yourself or is it for somebody else?
It's for somebody else. Gabby doesn't like to prepare unless he knows what he's getting into. He doesn't waste resources. They're kind of honestly a little slim to none. So he waits just enough time to know who's coming, how many people are coming, and if it's going to be worth the risk or not.
And my final question for you, Gabby, is this trip. Maybe you've made it before. Maybe you've stumbled around down near the Moisty Marsh swamplands, but is your bag packed? Are you excited for this? Are you ready for this? Is it just like another day on the job for you?
Oh no, he revels in the marsh. He prepares it like it's almost a little bit of a work vacation. Like got his per diem, he's ready to go. But he knows what's out there, what to look for. So he always has about himself like a composure, but in the back of his head he knows this I can still die out here. I love it, but this will bite me.
The night can carry on inside your hut. You are swarmed by insects, which you bat away loosely, maybe even a little couple spell flares just to clear the air a bit. But you're used to it. This is home. We change locations, I think, deeper into the Black Spire, where, Richard, could you please describe your character and what they're doing the night before the journey to Wormbloom?
Yeah, Eldrin is a little halfling man, really short, wears like patchwork style clothing that he's made himself throughout the years. Looks like a little hermit man, has a small little hunch, carries a scepter with him. And he's also got like white hair, a white beard, very, very old. And he would probably just be doing his nightly routine, which is just writing in his spell book that he carries with him, and trying to think of what spells he needs for the coming day.
Eldrin is used to being kind of in a more lonelier place. This city is bustling and loud. How does he feel about all this traffic and stuff around him? Does this change his mood at all?
I'd say it definitely makes him like more nervous, because he's stepping outside of his comfort zone, but he's doing it on purpose to try and push himself out. So, I think he's definitely thankful that he gets this night alone to just like be by himself. But there is like definitely a higher level of like nervousness coming from him.
And what is Eldrin looking forward to the most on the next morning and this whole little journey he came on to?
I'd say probably finally getting to like experience the stories he like read about all his life, of like adventurers going out and fighting these monsters and vanquishing them and becoming heroes and things of those nature, which for so long he thought were just stories and weren't capable of becoming reality.
You're studying your final spells. The room you've acquired is not large by any means. There's literally a bed in it and a little piece of wood enough for a candle that you're reading your book. You hear a little knock at the door.
I'll let it go for a second, just like not answer.
Another fevered knock.
And then Eldrin will go up and open the door.
You see there is a human, probably definitely a Surin. Their facial features kind of sharper, darker skin, hair kind of longer at the side. This is one of the innkeepers down at the bottom, but her eye is completely like swollen up and covered, like she had recently gotten a fight or gotten hit and struck. And she looks at you and says, are you going to be checking out in the morning or tonight? We need the room.
And Eldrin's like sitting through the crack. He doesn't have it like full open.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Very well. He said in the morning. You two, go find another room. Good night.
I'll be up at 5 a.m., so it'll be pretty early.
She goes, fine. Just make sure you go and check in at the front desk before you leave.
All right, thank you. I slam the door.
You hear there's like a couple of other voices coming through the night, and then you hear like somebody. You hear actually. Ooh, let's see if you can. This might be the first roll of the campaign. Make me an instinct roll.
Okay.
Yeah, instinctive.
Which
Instinct check.
Okay.
It's going to be
that's one of the top
2d20
ones.
or 2d12, and you'll add the 2 dice together plus that modifier, and then tell me which number's higher on your hope or fear.
Okay. Okay. That's a lot of math. I didn't do well in that. Okay. I got. You said add them together, right?
Add them together.
So 16 plus my instinct.
Uh-huh.
So that's 17. And
And
the
with
hope was higher.
nice, you gain a hope. You hear through the door there is like a shuffle of boots, definitely like at least 2 or 3 individuals, and then you hear like a and then the door shuts.
You said in the room next to me or something?
Somewhere in the hall, maybe next to you, maybe across, maybe like a couple doors down.
And it sounded like a struggle, like they're kidnapping
Yeah.
someone or something.
Yeah.
I'll like crack my door open just to like look down the hall.
Okay, you see 2 dudes standing in front of a door. One of them, 2 basically like grunts. Like they're wearing leather, like tattered leathers. They have a dagger at their side, and they're just kind of like looking at each other like, yeah, we did that shit. Yeah, we're badasses. They're just kind of standing there.
Do they look like bad men? Like this is like nefarious type of people?
I'll say on that instinct roll for sure. They look like they're up to no good and they're protecting whatever's inside going on.
Okay. Well, it is getting late. And I told them I'd be out by 5. So I'm thinking Eldrin's gonna go to bed.
Okay. Your door slowly closes on those 2 individuals, and you fade off to sleep, just kind of reinforcing that a lot of things go down here in the Black Spire, and a halfling wizard who spent most of his life on his own kind of researching. This is your first. Who's to blame you for doing that? You had no idea what was going on in this city.
Yeah, and Eldrin might have put like a. Is there like a chair in the room or something? He would.
No, there's not even a chair.
He maybe put his bag up against the door.
Okay, yeah, a little tiny bag up again.
Yeah, just to try and like stop.
Triple check the lock.
Yeah.
Excellent. The day or your night goes by with as much research as you would like. You do hear even more rough kind of encounters going on in the hallways. It appears that one isn't the only thing. You might have picked like a really sketchy motel. Is basically what you start to feel like. This is where like the drug deals and like the shit happen. And we move our view to another part of the Black Spire where Colt, could you please describe to me your character and what they're doing the night before their journey?
My character's name is Elias. He's an elf. He's not as broad as most elves usually are in this world. He's more lean. He has shoulder length black hair that's starting to turn white just at the roots. Has a lot of piercings in his ears with 2 large gauges in them. Piercings in his nose and on the bottom of his lip. They're all like this kind of milky white, almost they look a lot like bones. His eyes are clouded over. You don't really see pupils in them. They're just this cloudy look to him. He wears like a cloak over himself to kind of hide the rest of his body. Carries like a staff with him that's, again, kind of looks like that bony texture to it. Palms of his hands have these kind of holes that go through them, like in between like the ligaments of your, and just these round cylinders that are just see right through everything. He is probably just at a tavern or something. He's pretty well traveled, so he's not really intimidated to go places, be places like that. Has a drink on the table, and he's reading through books, or a book that he has, and it's probably over some kind of physical anatomy, something that relates to your body. Just waiting night.
A person you've probably spent a fair you would have had to have made some friends along your time out in the world of New Reverence, especially in the continent of Theris. I feel like you have some contacts. You met up with one here in the Black Spire. Their name Oriole. They're kind of sitting down or at the bar, currently getting another drink, coming over and, asking to refill yours or get you a refill, and he sits down. Another Hrothvin, an elf, or in these parts more commonly called an Ice Fang. He is the perfect embodiment, though, of Hrothvinian culture. Huge, brutish elf, long flowing white hair, braided, muscular. His skin a little bit more blue tinted, and obviously the fangs protruding from the mouth. And he looks at you and says, "You find anything interesting in books of yours? If you want to study anatomy, you could just rip a few individuals open and look for yourself."
The time comes for that, but you'd be surprised how much you can learn through the words of others.
Oh, I don't understand why you do this traveling business. You could make good money doing mercenary work here. There are plenty of ships, captains, and mercenary groups would gladly take you like that. And he kind of ushers to your piercings and stuff.
I'll tell him I could make good money now, but if I continue what I'm looking for, I can be more powerful and rich. Anything I can do now.
Well, it's not a bad thing to try to strive for. When do you head out again?
I meet up tomorrow morning.
Okay, and you trust these people you're going with to this the city? What's it called?
Wormbloom.
You trust them?
Well, honestly, I've only met one and heard the names of others, and I think I might know one of the other ones. I won't know till I meet him.
Okay.
But I think I trust him for the most part. Not as many people are as bad as you think they are.
No, you're right. There are more people as bad as I think they are. Speaking of which, it's probably best to keep to the south for now. Tensions to the north. Vaskirin and Asurin measuring dicks at each other once again. So any treasure or money to be made in the passing is probably good and easy money. I'm actually going to be heading to Rivermarsh soon. Rivermark.
What are you heading up there for?
There There are rumors of he kind of looks around. There are rumors that one of the Beastborn's colossi is making a path there. Only comes by every few years, 2 or 3. Uh, Apparently a lot of treasure. It's one of the old ones, not nearly big enough to be completely defensible, and some of the Black Spire is setting up parties to raid it. If you want to join, I can get you in.
Tell you what, if this doesn't work out, I'll probably head up there and find you then.
Okay. If you do make it up there, just ask for a marsh. Former Asuran general. Now he just runs what we call the Black Talons.
Black Talons?
Yes.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Good luck.
Yeah. You too, Elias. It's good to see you again. And don't be a stranger. And try to make some good coin, because I'm tired of paying for your drinks. Clinks your tankard, continues drinking through the night. With all that information that he's learned, what is Elias... what is Elias excited about? And what was the drive for this thing? You can keep it as vague as you want, but one particular thing that when he heard about this job that ignited his curiosity.
He heard of, potential treasure to be found, but he's also heard rumors of natural artifacts that could be found down here that are more leaning towards his knowledge in the grafting, pushing a limit of whatever that may be, learning about it. He just heard that there might be more to learn down here than people think.
Okay. Night carries on for all 3 of you till the next day. The morning comes. Now, Black Spire is in full effect. There are merchant stalls outside crying and screaming about fish, trade goods, chalcedonic relics. We have grafting components. We have this. We have that. Everything's going on. Who knows how much of it is true, how much of it is fake? But it is all hands on deck, and you all are to arrive at your meeting point. Who out of the 3 of you, it would be on the outskirts of Black Spire, but out of Eldrin, Elias, and Gabby, who out of the 3 of you would be the first to arrive?
Probably not me.
I think Eldrin, just because he's up really, really early, because he's old.
Okay. You wait at the spot as you see a strange, mud-covered, garbed individual come through. Gabby, you see at the meeting point, and you're kind of concerned for a minute because all you see there, and it's getting close to the meet. It's basically the meeting time at dawn, and you just see Eldrin sitting there. Tell me, Eldrin, what would you be doing while you're waiting for the rest of your party to join?
I would think double and triple checking my spell book, because he's really nervous to do any of this, so he's trying to make sure he's prepared as possible. Kind of on edge.
Is it?
I don't have any money.
Okay. Where you from, stranger? All right. Gabby's not gonna bother right now. He's gonna keep
Hello.
waiting until everyone gets here.
Are you part of this? Are you coming?
That's what I was told to do.
Oh,
Come here and guide you through the marsh.
oh, thank God. I thought you were going to kill me or rob me or something.
Coming from behind Eldrin as they're having this discussion, Elias, you show up, cornering two elves, cornering this halfling on this outskirts city street.
I'll walk up and have a smile on my face, and I'll look at Gabby and I'll say to him, I had a feeling that was the Gabby that I saw, or the name that I saw. I figured you'd be down here, and I
It's
just
a setup.
give him a hug.
Did you plan this?
I just ignore the old man, just kind of give him a glance. Like,
I look over at Elias and I go, Elias.
How's
And I
it
just-
been?
It's great out here.
Been a very long time. I had a feeling you'd end up down here.
It has. Can't help it. The green calls to me.
The swamp talks to you, doesn't it?
Hey, we love it out here. You can kind of tell, like, he's like from last time we've seen each other, he's gotten a little crazier, but he's still there.
Yeah, definitely. We probably look a lot different than the last time we saw each other.
I wasn't covered in mud.
Yeah, I didn't have all this going on either.
Yeah, what I like all those little trinkets you got on your ear. Make you
Yeah.
look like a real woman.
As the three of you begin discussing this, our fourth and final party member for today arrives. And describe to me what, you know, you don't have to make yourself apparent, but what is going through Rusty's mind on the walk towards this meeting destination? Not too late, but something made you. You can tell me if Rusty's an on-time person or not. But what was the reason that you were late today for?
Yeah, I got something perfect for you. So Rusty, having found nice respite in Blackspire, he's usually on the road. So something that he likes to do is visit what's known as the Bogwater Saloon. And that's a place where many travelers from the southern marshlands, when they're in Blackspire, they come through this kind of specific spot. And so he would have been listening to tales and rumors of the swamplands at the saloon the night before. And then earlier than Eldrin would have been there, he would have gone to the meeting spot and posted up probably in some trees in the distance off, just to watch the party members arrive, just to kind of glean a visual inspection of kind of everybody showing up and the vibes. So he would be walking up a little bit late, letting everyone arrive first so he could get a look at the situation.
A little bit of an ocular pat down.
Ocular pat down, and it would cleared everybody.
He cleared everybody. Everybody's looking clear.
Cleared everybody to move on. So yeah, he would be walking up to kind of take charge of this little group here, and then yeah, you guys would just see, I mean, the most like traveler looking dude ever. Has a long scraggly hair, headband, eye patch over his right eye, fair skinned, but he's not white anymore. He's like dirt covered, you know, sun kissed. Covered in like furs, a lot of different furs. You could assume that pretty much everything on his body he's probably, you know, caught, trapped, killed. And he's got a longbow over his body, quiver of arrows, and then like these like thick bags that kind of hang down by his sides, which you would assume has just supplies and things like that in it. And he would walk up and he would go, all right. Looks like everybody's here.
About the time you showed up.
I was just waiting for y'all.
I'll
Do we see him come out of the bushes?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like
I'll,
out of a tree line, but not, you don't see him like.
tumble
He
out
does
of the
come
bush.
out of the woods. Yeah, the area he comes from isn't part of the road. Oh shit! There's bugs and shit.
I'll walk over to Rusty and I'll hold out my hand. I'll just. It's nice to meet you. I'm Elias.
Elias, good to meet you too. I like your getup.
Thank you.
I walk over and I'll also, Rusty, still wearing all these goddamn pelts?
Gabby, still covered in mud and shit.
At least I don't reek of it. You smell like you haven't showered in 3 weeks.
And you know I haven't.
I'm down to 1.5.
You got me beat there. Hey, listen, I appreciate you being here. Small group this time. I know you know this place maybe about as good as I do.
Yeah, well, the sooner we get going, at least we have to worry about.
I agree. I got our first cabin set up for tonight if we make good time, so we should be on the way.
All right.
I'm Eldrin.
I finally kind of look over at you, like for the first time, really kind of give you a look.
There you go.
Oh
Are
shit!
you gonna be able to make this journey, old man?
Had the same thought.
Don't let my age fool you. I'm still pretty spry.
I agree with him. He's got a little pep in his step.
What's this?
There it is.
Okay, again, I'll walk over to him. I'm kind of not so sure. Give you like an unsure look. I'll again stick out my hand, shake your hand if you'll take it.
Me?
Yeah. I just grab it and shake it and kind of look at you weird, and then I just let go. And I look back probably at Gabby with like a curious look of, are we sure about this guy?
It'll be fine. Put it there, partner. And Gabby sticks out his hand to shake yours, Eldrin.
Is it covered in mud and shit?
No. But he is kind of holding it like that.
That's how.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and just give her a quick actually shake his hand. And can I kind of sneakily give him a talisman
Ooh,
that I had prepped that night before?
yeah.
I could try.
Let's do this. And that's going to be a finesse roll, I think.
Okay. Finesse roll. Alrighty.
Finesse of the
Wow.
low kind.
So it's gonna be a 12 plus 1, and that's gonna be hope.
Okay. So 13 with hope. You can add a hope. You succeed. A little tiny. What is this? What is it made out of? What is the component it's made out of, Gabby?
So
Shit.
the talisman, it's a little witchcrafty. It's made out of dried up vine that almost looks like hay. Little tiny dead bugs for eyes. It has a little stitching of old yarn all around it, and it is covered in a little bit of mud and moss. But-
As you go in, you just slip it onto one of the bags. Eldrin, you're unaware of this, but you do get an overwhelming aroma of body odor, which you've become quite aware of being within the Black Spire for some time now. Bathing is optional here.
I'm gonna finesse some women's speed stick on his arm.
Do you have any kind of little spell that has anything like that?
Yeah, personal
Like a
hygiene.
prestidigitation
Spike.
or
No, I don't. I don't have anything like that. Oh no, I do have prestidigitation. Yeah, ditigation, whatever the fuck it's called.
you
But
can
dedication.
you can, if you want, you can try to get a little little.
You trying to grab my ass?
Hey,
Only if you want, though.
Wait, what can I do? Like,
You
You
can
can
use
make it
breast.
smell a little better.
Yeah.
oh fuck, yeah, I'll do that.
Basically, yeah, you're giving them
Yeah.
a women's speed stick. You all see.
Oh.
You guys haven't really like. This is an important question. Gabby and Elias, how long has it been since you two have seen each other, and do you know of each other's ability?
Ooh, it's been years.
I think we diverged whenever we got old enough to travel on our own.
Yeah.
So I think I know what he was kind of capable of. Maybe not what he is now, but just a little bit. I know what he can do a little bit, what he's about.
Yeah, we definitely left separated when we were younger. Just because we grew up together for the most part.
Childhood friends.
Childhood friends, yes. So
Don't say brothers.
but yeah, once we started developing like abilities, that's where we started kind of parting ways slowly, and then towards the end just hearing stories of each other or messages. So
Excellent. And Rusty, can I ask, was this a job that you just got hired by these three people to do, or did you pick out this group?
Well, I think being in the area, knowing how I like try to take a job every time I go one direction or the other. So knowing I was going to head back anyways, and then hearing that Gabby was going to be involved, I would have joined. I don't think Rusty would have cared or known about Elgin or Elias.
Okay, so this is what happens as Eldrin, your magic. What does it look like as you create just a little better smelling individual?
I'd say as he like grabs my hand and kind of abruptly like shakes it. I'm a small person, so it kind of moves me around. And as it moves me around, I'd say I kind of fall in, and as I'm falling in, I just blow this like cool smelling air towards his entire body.
This lovely aroma takes place, and you see the little magical of just the aether in the air that you all three, well, technically four of you, are able of feeling. That divine magic turned physical. And Rusty, you start to take, I feel like you're a man who starts to take note of each of their capabilities, and you're looking at three spellcasters. Or you're looking at, obviously, like, they're not wearing swords or stuff. These aren't men that are hand to hand. We got a group of mages with us, baby.
Definitely like subconsciously like grab my bow a little tighter. Like what are we in for if we encounter some danger? Like I'll be the only man on the front lines.
Whenever we see Eldrin do that, can I use my arcane sense, kind of see if anybody has magical items or things on them?
Ooh. Yes. What does that say?
It just says you can sense the presence of magical people and objects. And it says close range, but we changed it to whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
Fuck, I talked in private chat. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So as that wind goes through, and you all hear this like little resonant like humming coming for a brief second, like when wind blows through pipes. and like a little jingling of chimes. Does anybody have any magical things on them? Please describe them.
Besides my staff, technically Eldrin has something because I slipped it in his person.
Okay, just a little
It's
blip.
the little talisman I slipped in there. That I don't think anyone saw. But yeah, for me it's just staff.
Anybody else?
Vaughn, would you say that my little guy would be
Yeah, I'd
protected
say so. By this for sure. By a normal person, no. But
by
for
this?
some reason, Elias is able to.
Okay, so I'd say his staff, somewhat, I think resonates with magic because he uses that as like a center point for
Okay.
casting things. Other than that, you maybe see like a little wisp of like magical energy that kind of moves along Eldrin's body.
Just kind of all over your body.
Yeah, it's just like a small piece of like darkness that along the skin, which you might physically be able to see. But I imagine with what you're doing, it like sticks out.
And I know there's one on Rusty.
I was gonna say, so graphs that show up as magical
Yes. If they're
falls under that.
if they're real, yeah. And if they're done correctly.
Yeah, Elias, if you, as whatever you're doing, however it feels, or you see when you glance at Rusty, there's like a piercing energy right behind Rusty's eye patch.
And as that hum begins to lull, the road ahead of you begins to make way. Rusty, you're the navigator on this trip. As far as you, as a player would know, there are two routes that you could take. One is to charter a ship and take it across the bay, which kind of costs a little bit of money, or you'd have to follow the coastline. So what route were you... What you would have set up a lot of the contacts and everything. So this would have already been prepared. I just like to know which path you guys are taking.
Yeah, Rusty really only brings a boat into the equation if whoever he's helping guide is like really coin heavy and wants to cut the journey a little bit shorter. So other than that, though, he would just be always on the coast. And then the only other thing he would have to prepare is there are known hunter and tracker cabins kind of scattered along some of the lesser known routes for small groups to stay in during the night. And so he would have let the fellow hunters and trackers know that he's bringing groups through some of these cabins along the way.
That's a great point to bring up. Players, as you all know, within this world, you can take short rests and long rests, and those are beneficial to you. They help you relieve stress, your HP and stuff. In the world of New Reverence, at night, unless you are protected by a severe light source, which is usually a little bit more than a campfire, it'd be like campfire and a few torches. The threat of being attacked by monsters is basically guaranteed. You would have to set preparations. There are other things you can do. There are magical items that can help protect your area. Like Rusty just said, like having a home and stuff seems to help keep them out, or like an enclosed building. But unless somebody makes the preparations to make camp suitable, the threat of something happening at night is always going to happen. Every time we take a long rest.
Is that like worldwide or more the area we're in?
That is worldwide.
So it's pretty well
Actually, Knowledge roll for me, Elias.
Yes, a knowledge roll.
Knowledge.
These cabins are not, they're nothing much. They're barely more than a campfire. It's like some rickety wood put together that they can light the outside of it, and it's just a little bit better. So by no means is it going to be luxurious.
12
With
total. I rolled higher on my hope and fear dice. Fear?
which one? The hope
I
or the
rolled-
fear?
Fire or fear?
Fear.
Fear was the higher.
Okay,
Fire. Fire.
that is
Scared of this.
successful for the DC. You know just a little bit more, but I gain a fear.
Okay.
So it's successful, but I still gain a fear. The entire world goes through this every night. It's at different periods. Major cities, for some reason, maybe it's because of the lights and the life, like they treat it kind of like pests, where there's just so much noise going on. Monsters don't just exist in the city streets. So Blackspire's safe. I mean, safe from monsters, at least. The more you go out into the wilderness, the worse it gets. On a 12, you've heard rumors, though. Actually, I'd like to know, where was the last place, before you came down to the Blackspire Compact, where was the last place you would have been at for a sustainable amount of time?
I don't know where the picture of the map is. I would have went from my hometown from the north, and then I probably would have went to 2 major cities, right? The capitals.
Yeah, that's Skier and Otherin.
I probably would have went to the one more to the west first,
Okay.
and then I would have went to the east capital city and been there for a while, and then I would have came down here.
Okay, so this is what I'll tell you. Your time in Otherin and the Asuran Empire, you've seen that for some reason, some people say it was ordained by the high priest or the Seraph prophet, but monsters have slowly stopped coming at night within Asuran territory. And people don't really know why.
When you say certain territory, is that
Asuran.
Asuran.
Yeah.
How do you spell this?
Ossuran. That's the country of Asura. So the fact that, like, it's not strange. You know it happens all over the world, but you know that in Asura, people out in the middle of nowhere seem to be fine. They don't even light fires in some places anymore. But the route is set before you, so you're just going to be hugging the coast then, Rusty? Okay.
Yep.
The first day of travel begins to go out. I need somebody to take a lead on this roll for the day, and you're going to roll D12, just a D12, and tell me what you get on it.
I'll do it.
Gabby.
And your whole fear thing, do you just get to decide when to use that
Yep.
at certain points? Is that how that works?
Yep. Like
Am
you
I
guys
rolling
can
both?
decide your hope.
Or just one?
Just one.
Ooh, that's a 3.
Okay. The first night, Rusty, where are you taking them for this trip, for this part of the travel? It's going to be like a week-long journey on the coast to get to Wormbloom.
Yeah, with really good speed.
Yeah, with really good speed.
Really good. Yeah. If we get there I feel like if we get to the marsh in a week would be pretty-
Yeah, once you get to the marsh, you've already chartered oh my god, why can't I think of it? A swamp skipper.
Okay.
to take you deeper into the marshlands. So
Perfect.
you have about a week to get there.
Okay. Yeah, we would try to get to at least within sight of the forest, almost just north of Blackspire. But we would be staying on the coast still. There's just a little rickety cabin with a bunch of poles in the sand and dirt that we would light and keep lit all night.
Nice. It was a standard day of travel. Nothing major happens along. Your campsite is set for you guys below. If you guys want, we will go through our first long rest, which nobody's expended anything. But what you guys can do is on a long rest, you can choose 2 actions to take. You can choose to repair all your armor, fully refill your armor slots, fully refill your HP, your stress, or you can work on a project. Like if you're, studying a book or a tome, or like trying to research a puzzle or an item or something, you can do that. For our given instance, since we really won't need to do that since nothing really got expended. Is there anything you guys would like to do or talk about in the first night at camp together in this rickety cabin? And then also, what preparations are you making for the night ahead of you? Because it is fast approaching. And the final action, which is going to be very important for our campaign, is one action you can do on a long rest or a short rest is to keep watch, which basically helps the modifier on what happens at night. Gives you a little boost to you guys. What would you like to do?
I guess, just so I know, so the whole grafting thing, is it possible to work on them to try and do something with them, or is it kind of like once you have them done, they're done?
Once they're done, they're done. The only thing that would be to upgrade the materials.
Okay. If that's the case, then I would continue kind of doing what I was doing at the tavern. I'm just reading through the books of different anatomies of different humanoids, pretty much learning about how they work and stuff like that.
Okay.
On the armor slots, like if we have 0, that's just
You got to equip your armor.
How do I?
It should be in your inventory, in your equipment.
Yeah, check mark it. Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. And so I should have all 3 automatically?
Yeah. Well, you should have 0 of 3 because when you use an armor, okay.
Okay, cool.
Or you could do it the opposite way. It's whatever you want.
Okay, I didn't know we needed that. Cool.
Did y'all bring food, enough supplies?
I brought my rations.
I-
Pulls out a bag of animal bones.
Yeah, I would have prepared. I would have prepared for the journey.
You see Eldrin pull out a little mini walk.
That's gonna be something that carries. Every wizard is just a master chef.
Has to be.
You boys like to eat? Huh?
Ooh.
Always with the wet Eastern food too. Wow.
Learn this from back home.
Anytime we get to where we're gonna camp or a cabin or whatever it is, if we get there early enough, Rusty would go hunt briefly just to see if we could have meat for the meal instead of the dry tack or whatever we, have brought for our normal provision.
Oh, I definitely allow that for this. Actually, that works quite perfectly. You're gonna go out and hunt. Roll me a.
Could Gabby also go with him?
Yeah.
The music
Sweet.
stopped for me.
Not for me.
Could you both roll me a instinct roll? on this hunting trip? And then what is one thing that you guys would catch up on, or like one thing that you guys would bond over while hunting out in the swamp area?
Probably like genuine hunting, like looking for sustenance, and probably asking them about the pelts and shit. Some of them aren't even fucking done right.
Yeah, we give each other a lot of shit, but it's nice. Like Rusty wouldn't want anybody else hunting with him, but knowing that Gabby understands and appreciates the land like he does, that's definitely where they would draw from each other. Instinct roll means both, right? Anytime you're asking
anytime I ask for a roll, it's gonna be 2d12s every time.
All right, so I got a 13 hope.
Nice, you can add a hope.
And I got a 6, but I got the same for both die.
That's a crit.
That's a crit.
So any number,
Oh, shit.
any same number on 2 dice, that's a crit. That's an automatic success. You gain a hope, and you can mark off a stress if you have any, which you don't. So you gain a hope, a bountiful hunt, a beautiful hunt. You both come back with multitudes of food, but you do notice something, especially on a crit. I'm going to expend a fear die, and you notice that, Rusty, there has been tracks here of some other creatures that have been gorging themselves on wild boar, even some like alligators. You see carcasses ripped apart and spread open. There is something along this section of the coastline, and multitudes of them, not just one. There's at least 3 or 4 of them that have been just decimating the life here. You missed them, but what that tells you is on the next day of your trip, if you continue the route you're going, there's a chance you might run into them, or you have the opportunity now to divert a little bit and go deeper into the mainland to try to stay out of their path. It's up to you if you're scared or not.
Would Rusty be able to discern the time frame, like were the tracks from today or from the previous night?
Do you have anything that would give you a better
like would make my roll better?
Yeah, I can give you a roll, but I think, aren't you like a tracker? Like, isn't that your class or something? Don't you have something for that?
Yeah, so I have gifted tracker, so I can spend any number of hope, ask GM that many questions from the following list. What direction? How long ago yeah, there we go. How long ago did they pass through?
Perfect. Let's do that.
So
That's
one hope?
exact. Yeah, give me you can spend 1 hope. How long ago did it pass through? This should have been about 2 days ago.
Okay. You don't want
Carcasses
me to
are
roll?
well rotted. No, I don't need you. Yeah, you
Oh,
just
I see.
get the answer to that question. Yeah, for spending a hope. So mark off a hope
2 days ago at night or during the day?
at night.
So we're looking at potential night creature action here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, definitely gonna let Gabby know, but probably don't need to tell Elgin or Elias. I'll have to think on if we're diverting.
Are you asking if we should?
Yeah, Gabby. Hey
Oh.
man, these tracks don't look real good. I don't think the 4 of us want to go up against whatever this is. What do you think?
I ain't fixing for a fight just yet. I mean, we're barely in for this trip. So if you're up to meet, let's try to avoid any action as much as possible. Trying to get there.
We really only got one path on land. If we were to remove ourselves from the coast here, we're looking at maybe 2 extra days to get around the Gulf there.
Well, how are you trying to get there, or you trying to get there fast? But we can take the fastest route. It's just not going to be fun, and lives are at risk. So
True. Well, you do know most of the boat guys down in Moisty, so if we need to rehire somebody, we can. Let's diverse slightly more inland. Might add a few days, but hopefully we don't run into whatever this is.
any chance we can avoid, it's a blessing.
Agreed.
The hunt finishes. You come back with, a couple pythons, some mud crabs. Smash them on the rocks, split their heads open, rip their arms off.
Hey, you'll save me the
Suck
damn
me to-
claws. Save me the claws.
Who is keeping watch, or what manner are you doing to protect this place a little bit more for the night?
Real quick, what's the name of the website we use to make our character?
Demiplane.
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 Roll 20. Well, I can't open my sheet.
Okay.
Oh, link your shit. Please.
I would be down to do the watch.
Well, Eldrin, I seem to notice this morning that you're an early riser, so
Yeah,
maybe you get some.
I don't need too much sleep either, so I'd be willing to stay up.
So I'll remind you guys too, because we've been in D&D for a while. Keeping watch still means you get a rest. It's just you're taking one of your long rest actions to do it. So that means you would only get to restore HP, restore armor. You would be using one of those. It doesn't mean you don't get any sleep. You get exhausted. It's just you get a pick who's only going to get one benefit.
Eldrin, I'm gonna let you sleep, brother. Listen, this is kind of my thing. Let me
Stay in your
let me
fucking
keep
lane.
watch, and if
Don't
I
ask
need
me.
some help, I'll let you know. Okay.
Yeah, hey, just shake me. I'm a really light sleeper.
All right. Hey, just you keep making that python that good. All right, and we'll be on good terms.
Gabby comes over with like a bunch of like, he's got like a little handmade basket full of crawdads. Hey, throw these in. Throw them in.
Oh, we're gonna get it on just nice.
I'm gonna use fear die. I'm gonna use another fear die.
What's that mean?
Um,
Is Eldrin dead?
He's dead.
That means we
Get your
can't play
backup
fun.
on.
actually, I'm gonna use 2 fear die.
Oh, you sick fuck.
Two of us are dead.
As you pour the crawdads into this pot to cook them, there are he found like hundreds of crawdads, and then you see wriggling in the mass, there is something else. And this is the part where if we were playing D&D, I would say roll for initiative.
Ooh.
Oh.
Rolling for initiative. Natural
But in Daggerheart, we do not roll. And no, that's the wrong music. Don't listen to that.
Wow, this didn't seem so bad.
It's a
As
cookout.
the crawdads into the thing, you hear this screaming and wriggling in the mass of crawdads are about 7 or 8 of these centipede-like creatures that are like as long as a python. Huge, kind of like praying mantis claws in them. They're like a foot long. They're not huge, but this has obviously got caught in the basket. It's going to be their first go with the spotlight as the baby burrowers begin their combat. They start slashing at the crawfish, and whoever's closest. So that would be Eldrin. Eldrin, you're going to get a claw attack at you. So this needs to meet or beat your evasion.
Where my spoons at?
That's a 22 on your evasion.
Yes. No, that is.
That hits? Okay.
Doubles
So then
my
it's going.
evasion.
Right. So that's going to be just a 6. That's going to be 7 points. No, sorry, 5 points of damage. So where does that meet on your threshold?
You said 5 points,
Yes, 5.
so it's minor damage.
So that is your minor damage, right?
Sorry, it says 7 and 14. So this is minor damage 7,
Yes.
major damage 14.
So that would be 1 hit point because it meets your minor damage. You can spend an armor slot if you want to negate that to 0.
Yeah, I'll spend an armor slot.
Okay, 1 armor slot, boom, gone. As one of these, literally, they look like kind of pale centipedes with like 100 legs, and they just latches onto you. That's going to be its 1 attack, and I'm gonna spend another fear die to let another one go immediately. As it goes and claws out, it's going to spray acid at Elias.
Yeah.
Spit
Fuck
acid.
you. What the fuck?
Well, 'cause I thought they were all gonna hit me.
Make an attack against all targets in front of the burrower within close range. So I'm going to say that's Elias and Rusty for this. You both take 2d6 points of damage. Just
No
innately.
evasion?
No evasion. Oh wait, make an attack against all targets in front of the. Make an attack. Okay, I do have to roll to hit. That's right. Sorry, I'm learning the rules too.
Alright.
16.
Dang it. Yeah.
Everybody
Your
or
evasion.
16 for everybody or like individual
Both of you, 16 to hit.
Hits.
hits?
Okay, so it's going to be 8 points of physical damage. Does that meet or beat one of your thresholds?
I'm
That's
at
major damage.
Yeah,
That's major. That's severe.
That's
damage.
major damage? Wait,
Yeah.
for real?
yeah.
You said
Mine's
it's called.
7.
If it's
Oh, sorry. Major. I keep thinking major is like
the most.
kill them. Yeah.
Oh, that's severe.
Rusty loses an arm.
So that's major damage. You can both mark off your HP or spend an armor slot or whatever to do to negate.
Just 1 armor slot to negate 1 bar, or just
Yes,
1
and you
negate
can-
it all.
One negates 1 threshold, and you can only spend 1 armor unless you have a class feature which lets you expend more.
So I can use 1 and just take 1.
Yes, exactly.
I'm just going to take it.
Are we in close range, or is Gabby in close range of either Rusty?
Yes, you're all surrounded by each other. You're within close range.
Okay, can I mark off a stress to use Hex on the one that sprayed on both Elias and Rusty?
You sure can, because that is my spotlight over. It is now up to you guys. No initiative. You guys can go whenever you want. Tag team moves. Whoever gets to go first. So
I'm gonna be like, oh, Eldritch gonna be like, oh shit, and then I'm gonna try and put a lid on the fucking lock, like kill, like burn him
Nice.
alive.
Okay, I like that. So go ahead and do your hex. What does your hex do?
It says when a creature causes you or an ally within close range to mark any number of hit points, you can mark a stress to hex them. While hex, they gain a penalty to their damage thresholds equal to your spellcast trait, and a penalty to their difficulty equal to your tier.
Okay.
So, my
So your
spellcast,
spellcast.
it's instinct for
Yeah.
which
So
So it'd
plus
be
2. So minus
plus
2.
2. Yeah, -2, and then is this tier for difficulty?
Yeah, that's stuff for me.
Okay.
Excellent. So this is what happens. This is awesome. The hex. How does this hex look as you activate this on this creature? 2 of them are out of the pot. The rest got caught in the walk as the lid goes on top.
It kind of looks like some like mossy spore just instantly attached itself to that little centipede. Yeah, so it's just like covering his like face and everything. All his little tiny legs, just covered in mouse spore. Ugh.
Excellent. It gets hexed. The pot lid closes. Is that going to be your move, Eldrin, to try to like capture the rest in the pot and hold them in?
Would that do damage? Because it is like cooking, so like.
Yeah, it's cooking them. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cooking them. So it do
yeah,
damage.
I'm just trying to hold that pot on so none of them get out, and that.
Give me a straight check. or a strength roll.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, I'll say strength check.
Wizards are great at strength.
If I could help,
Notoriously.
I would jump
Oh.
in and help.
You can either decide to give him, you can spend a hope to give him advantage, which gives him a d6, or you could do a tag team move, spend 3 hope, one of you, and you could do like a combo move of some kind on this walk. Throw fucking like Carolina Reaper hot sauce in it before you close the fucking lid or something.
Some
I only
da
have 2
bomb.
hope. Yeah, so the bomb. I only have 2 hope, so I guess I would
Can you
send
split
him.
the hope?
You cannot. It has to be 3 from
Okay.
one person.
Cannot split that hoe.
Watch me.
That was good.
So-
I like that.
Richard, I'm gonna spend a hope to give you advantage.
How are you helping with this advantage? Are you holding the lid down too, or
Yeah, I would jump over, put my foot down on the walk, and then draw my bow to get ready for.
Gotcha. I love that. So
As he
roll
does,
me a
I'm like,
strength.
I love young people.
Give me a strength check.
Okay.
Eldrin.
So that's the 2, right?
Yep.
Hey, Colin, the
Oh
hex,
my
is that like
God.
an action?
Oh my
No,
god.
that was for free.
Okay.
That was for free?
I don't know what
Okay.
advantage does here, but I rolled 2 12s.
That's a critical success. You gain a hope, you reduce a stress, and it's completely effective. You don't
Can I
even
have
need the
hope
advantage. No hope back.
I gain a hope, you said?
Yeah, you gain a hope.
Cool.
You hold the lid down with Rusty's foot on top, and you just hear inside.
Some bitch.
Cook that son of a bitch.
Can you roll me 3d6?
Me?
You're literally boiling them alive.
We're gonna have to throw that walk out
I
after
threw
this.
some chili flakes in there.
Little bastards.
It's gonna give them dogs some flavor.
Do I add anything to it or just the roll?
No, that's just the damage.
13.
Yeah. No, don't add anything. 13. That is
They're all dead.
major damage. They all those 4 take 2 points, hit points each, and they are not looking very good. They're in there boiling fucking alive.
AoE attacks. We love them.
We love that
The
shit.
only person left up, Elias, is you have a go.
And
And Gabby.
how does the whole like range thing work? Like, is it like D&D where you have like disadvantage on stuff if it's for like far?
You just can't do it.
So what's like the threshold for far?
Far's like 30 to 100 feet away.
Okay, and what is very close? Like I have to touch them.
That's like within like 10 or 15 feet. No, melee is you have to touch them.
Okay, so then I will.
It's very arbitrary. We're gonna work our way through it because part of me wanted to do like actual math, like D&D, where it's like 10, 15, 30 feet. Other parts of me just wants to do theater of the mind. Yeah, that's within range. Yeah, that's not. So
Okay, then I will use my hand runes.
ooh,
And so if I don't have to touch them, then I'll just kind of raise my hand and there's one out of the pot still, right?
there's 2 out of the pot.
And has one of them been hurt or neither one?
One of them has been hurt.
So I'll target
Okay.
that one.
Am I right? Hold on. No, neither of them have been hurt.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Just
One of them
hex.
is hex. Yeah.
He's covered in moss.
Okay, then I'll target the one covered in moss. And
No!
I will use my hand runes to attempt to hurt it.
Okay. So you're gonna roll your attack.
Again, 2d12s. Right? Or did I just roll damage?
No, you roll. You make an attack against the target. Yeah, you roll 2d12s plus your attack roll. Yeah.
19, and that's hope.
You gain a hope, and your attack hits.
So it's 1d10. add anything to that. Doesn't look like it. So I rolled a 7.
7. That is just a minor wound. One on the outside. How does this look as your arcane gauntlets ignite?
I just raise up my hand, and again, it's the hand. Both my hands have all these little holes in them, and you're kind of like this kind of high pitched whine for just like half a second, and then out of nowhere, it just looks like Centipede just gets blasted by force that you can't really see.
A little part of its carapace gets dented in as it gets struck at by Elias's arcane gauntlet. That's 1 hit point down. It is still up. That is your move. You can also move on your guys' turn freely too, and you could choose when to do it whenever. But Gabby, you have your turn.
Yeah, Gabby's kind of focused on the ones that are outside. Now that those other two got the walk cooking. He's gonna backpedal a little bit, and he's gonna cast Vicious Entangle on one of these centipede creatures, and I also want to I'm gonna use this ability. Oh well, I still need to roll. So I guess I'll try to help Elias finish off that centipede.
Okay.
Here we go.
With your Vicious Entangle too, you can also spend a hope to try to hit or restrain the other target as well.
That's what I want to do as well. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I got a 12 with hope.
12 with hope. That hits. You gain a hope.
And I'll use that hope to temporarily restrain the other one. I think that's in front of Eldrin, correct?
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, Colin,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing for my ancestry. It says Luckbringer. At the start of each session, everyone in your party gains a hope. Is that...
Oh.
I think we already used it.
It's just my like race thing. It just says...
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It says Luckbringer.
Yeah.
At the start
Everybody...
of each session, everyone in your party gains a hope.
Everybody gain a hope.
Don't bitch.
From Eldrin. He
We
gives
all
you a
just
little
look
kiss
at
on the
him.
head.
Yeah, he just smiles at us mid-battle.
Oh, bonk.
A little kiss on the head, and
It's like, Russ, you're doing so good.
That's sick. I didn't know that. So that's each time we play? Or is that like each...
yeah, every time we play.
Okay.
Sweet.
Fucking sick.
So I used my hope to restrain the other one. The damage was 6. 6 points of damage.
Okay, that's minor. That's 1 HP. Gets wrapped up in the vines and stuff. And does that mean the other one just innately gets wrapped up too?
I think so. It just says on a success, you can spend a hope to temporarily restrain another
They're
adversary.
both restrained. They can't move, so they won't be able to like make melee attacks on their next go. That is they're like fighting against the vines. But I am going to...
So
Go ahead.
you can still move, or
You can move, yeah.
I'd want to get out of their their
Like their
breath
attack
weapon,
range?
whatever you want to call it. Their
Okay.
spit range. I mean, kind
Spit
of move to the
range.
side or whatever. Like kind of.
Okay.
They're just
You had this
I
thing?
am going to spend... I am going to spend a fear on the one that hasn't spit yet.
How many
to
fear do you get, Colin?
I started with 5, and I got 2 fear because people rolled with fear earlier. So
Damn.
I'm at 3 now. And the one that didn't spit yet, that got restrained by Gabby, is going to rip itself apart from the thing, and it's going to go for a spit attack
Oh, we're loose.
the people on the pots. So, within close range, he's going to move up and just take a spit. So let's see. It's going to be.
Out of combat, I'm gonna spit back at him.
Oh, you can do it in combat.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite his fucking head off.
Okay.
Well,
That is a 9 to hit.
misses.
Dumbass centipede.
Nice, dude.
Doesn't know how to aim.
Spits out, and you just kind of dodge this. It just like poof, it hits a tree and burns a little hole in it. That's going to be that one, and then this one is going to. It's restrained. It can't break out. So it's just trapped there. Being just completely restrained by the vines. It is back to your guys' turns.
I'm gonna blow with the head smooth off of the one in front of me.
Okay, arrow quickly. Boot on the walk, bow in the hand. Boo.
It says
Arrow.
+1 agility, so I'm making an agility roll. Is that what it is
Um.
for the
And then you
longbow?
just
Yes.
You
Yes.
just-
+1 agility.
oh.
Let's go. That's gonna be an 11 hope.
11 hope. Hits.
And that's going to be for only 3 points of wait, no, 6 points of damage.
That is its. I mean, yeah, that's minor. So regardless, and that one was the one that was already hurt. It hits the one with the hex is still restrained, and you just impale this worm with an arrow poof, on the ground. It's just stuck in the ground. Excellent.
I mean, it's a longbow, which shoots very far, and I just
Yeah.
hit it 2 feet away.
Yeah, you just shot a Barrett at the fucking ground.
Maximum stopping power.
That's no stopping.
Hollow
And my
point.
boot is still on the walk.
Yeah. Oh, that's
on
right.
the motherfucking walk.
I'll say that's just like a free. Oh, actually, I'm gonna use another fear just for something fun. I'm gonna use another fear, and I'm gonna say one of them because of the damage that's inside. They have an ability called Acid Bath. When the burrower takes severe damage, all creatures within close range are bathed in their acidic blood. But because you have the walk on top, you just hear like popcorn punk, 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 inside, and then
Ooh.
it starts to smell real bad. The crawfish in there are because it's not just.
Oh shit! I smell something fierce.
Fierce.
Yeah.
I'm
It is
gonna
nasty.
prestidigitation to change the smell of that.
That's my action.
That's my action.
All I want to do.
You got one left, one on the ground with an arrow in it, and you got a pot full of gumbo.
So all the ones in the pot are dead.
Yeah, they're all fucking dead. You just hear push, 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 push.
Nice.
So
I guess we only got one left, right?
What up, Rich?
What up?
And I'm trying to fix my fucking camera.
Womp, womp, womp,
I
womp.
don't know why my camera does that. No camera. You guys lost it.
On that last one, I'll also attack it with a blighting strike
Nice.
this time.
We want to do a combo move?
Combo wombo?
link our shit.
No?
Number one.
Link the shit?
You trying?
I know you
trying-
fuckers got a lot of hope.
Sorry.
Hey,
What do you do?
I got so much hope. I got so
No.
much hope.
You can let's do one. Somebody pick.
What
to
are you
do-
doing right now?
I'm casting blighting strike on the last one that's out.
And what does
I
that
What
do?
does that do?
Oh, we'll find out. Shit.
Well, tell us so we can combo it, motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Oh.
Okay.
we gotta
On a
link
success,
up
the target takes 1d6 magic damage using my proficiency.
That's lame. Disintegrate it. I'm just kidding.
And the next time the target deals damage to an ally, it's reduced by 1d6. But if I succeed with fear, it's a d10 instead.
So let me describe what a tag team roll does. You can do it for any action you could normally do in combat. And what it does is it allows you both to make an action roll and pick the result. So let's say one of you rolls really low with hope, but the other one rolls really high with fear. You can pick like, ooh, do we want to give him a fear? Do we want to use the hope? And then if the chosen rolls with hope, you guys both gain a hope if it's successful. And then you get to add your 2 attacks together at once, basically. So it's like giving yourself advantage and a little bit more damage on top.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'll spend the 3 hope, whatever, and I'll just follow it up with another strike.
Cool.
Let's go.
You said
Mark
it's 3
off-
hope?
Yeah, mark off that 3 hope. We'll do a tag team roll. Both of you roll your action rolls.
All right, Captain.
Fuck it, I'll roll 2.
Fuck it, why not?
Colin,
We're having fun.
I critted with 3.
No, you
That's
didn't.
no matter the number, it's still a crit.
So just... Do I still need to tell you what I got then? Or?
Why is it-
You could choose which roll you want to take.
what's the
I mean,
sense?
yeah, take a crit, right?
Yeah, take the crit. Which means you get to do your normal damage. Both of you get to do your normal damage, and then add an additional die on top. So if it's a 1d10 plus whatever, you get to do 2d10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and on a crit, it automatically does the maximum damage on the first die. Does that make sense?
On the first time. Yeah.
So I'm
So-
just rolling 1 die, really, and adding it to my max.
Yes, basically. So if you have a 1d10 weapon, it's 10 plus whatever you roll on this next one.
Okay, so I rolled 17 damage.
And what did you get to? You both get to do damage.
Okay. Well, I was gonna ask, since it's a crit, do I choose
Uh-huh.
whether it succeeds in with hope or fear? Because for me, my damage depending on what's higher.
You get to choose. I'd say you get to choose.
Okay, I'm gonna do fear then.
Okay. Are you gonna give me a fear? Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So I get max damage on the first roll. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 10 on top of 1. That's 11.
So 11 and 17, that's 28 points. That's past its severe damage. How does your 2 magics combine to eradicate this fucking centipede?
I guess my magic kind of forms into this really dark purple, like blackthorn,
Mm.
and it just like starts radiating right at the top, like it's about to shoot out a spike, basically at this centipede's head. I'm aiming right for its fucking dome. That shit gonna be smooth.
Little rail cannon.
There you
Yeah,
go. There you go.
Mine kind of does the same thing, but like his last time, but that high pitched whining maybe lasts for like a second longer. Kind of just ramps up and gets louder.
Yeah, like a jet
then-
engine just fucking
yeah.
revving up.
And when this one shoots through the air, there's almost like that streak behind, like you see like a jet or something. Like you kind of see it cutting through the air.
It just impacts the ground. A little crater goes through. And I need within close range. So that's going to be Eldrin and Rusty. I need... You guys are going to take from this acid bath because that's well past severe damage. That's 3 full hit points. You take 5 points of physical damage as acid splashes and lands on your boots, on your arms.
Armor slot.
Nice.
Nothing.
Perfect. You just kind of whip around and catch it on your...
Oh,
Okay. Rusty, what are you gonna do? Just take
Take
it.
it, because we're about to sleep after this.
Same with the armor. I mean, but you'll get your armor back. You know what I mean? If you want. You sleep.
You can choose to
want-
get your armor back.
I don't want it to tear my beautiful
Actually,
skins, bro.
I got you, big dog.
And with that, the scene ends. The worms are destroyed. You've shot them both in the fucking head. You basically like it's when people take shotguns to like snakes on the ground. Doosh, doosh.
Yo, that's an danger noodle. Boom, boom.
You got a pot full of gumbo.
Acid gumbo.
Yeah, is there
Like-
acid in it?
What is it? Describe the amalgamation in that pot. What does it look
Those
like?
words I don't
It
know.
is now turning like dark brown and transferring into black as the acid is consuming all of the organic matter inside. All the crawfish are inedible. If you kind of dip your spoon in there, Eldrin, and it comes out like a cartoon with a big hole in it. The wok. Oh, I'm gonna spin the fear die.
No.
The wok. The finish on it is ruined, and it's
No.
got enormous pock marks. It is not long for these days. You maybe got one good meal after you clean it out, and then it's gonna rust like a motherfucker.
Today was an L.
Dude,
We lost a good man.
It's been
Hey.
that
I've
fear.
had that walk for 20 years.
we'll get
Oh,
we'll
that
get
hurts,
another
actually.
walk.
That's tragic.
20 years.
That makes my heart hurt.
The seasoning on there, you can't replace that.
You cannot. I'm so sorry, Eldrin.
You can't.
That's
That's
generational. My grandpa.
I knew this trip was going to take things from me. But
Not the walk.
not the walk, not this fast.
What the?
I thought I had more time.
You guys have the rest of the night goes by. You can do your long rests. Whoever is taking watch, just remember that you will get one other action to do. Everybody else will get two. So you can choose to clear HP, fix your armor slots.
I'm gonna real quick, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do my repair all my armor, and I'm gonna use my Frostborn ability to I can also repair an ally's armor up to half their base armor score. So I'm gonna do that to Rusty. No, not Rusty, because he didn't take any armor, right? Who used armor? Elias.
Thank you.
So you get half yours back from just me. And,
Thank
Colin, I get all mine back, yeah, to repair all my armor. So
That's one of your actions.
uh-huh.
Also, you can take the prepare action, which if you do, you just basically get an additional hope for the next day. Or two people can prepare together, and they both get 2 hope for the next day.
Hmm.
I'm at
Question.
5 hope already. So I'll just prepare low
Colin?
6.
For the community thing, I have Seaborn. It says
Ooh.
when you roll with fear, place a token on the community card. What's that?
That's something you would have to. So in the real game, you would have the community actual card, and you would just put something on there to mark it.
Uh-huh.
For this, you would just need to like keep track of it in your notes.
Okay.
What do you want?
Okay, so before you make an action roll, you can spend any number
I
of
want to see the cast.
Okay, since that last attack I used was with fear, can I
Uh-huh.
just add one of these tokens?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Cool. And does the rest, if you're fixing your own armor or stress, like you just get everything back?
Yeah, it's a full clear. You
Clear.
you can mark off stress, you can clear your HP, clear your armor, or you can get an additional hope.
Mm.
And then on a short rest, you can only do like a little bit of it. You don't fully repair it. You can repair 1 HP, clear 1 stress, repair 1 armor slot.
Colin, how would that ability of mine work, where it clears half of their base armor score if they only had 1 left? Like, if they only used 1 armor slot, and I was repairing
It would
their shit,
minimum of 1.
minimum of 1. Okay.
You get half an armor. 2.5 out of 3.
Yeah. Some armor is like 4 or 5, so it'd be like 2. We always round up in this game. Always round up.
Except when it comes to damage.
When it comes to damage, I'm gonna round twice as much up.
Wait.
Okay.
Twice as much.
Is everybody taking their I got Rusty taking watch. What is your other action, Rusty?
Just to 10 wounds. Since I didn't take any armor, I knew I was only going to be able to do one thing, so I'll 10 wounds.
Okay. Fully restore your HP.
Perfect.
Elias?
I will reset my HP, and I guess I'll prepare to get a hope.
Gotcha. Another hope for the next day. This next day of travel, you wake up through the night, the properly being able to be lit, Rusty going out with torches. And I would even say, Rusty, throughout the night, there were several creatures, little goblinoids that were skulking through the swamp. It only took 2 or 3 of them. And when I say goblins, I mean more like gremlins. They're like a foot tall, like gnome monsters. Like, and you just killed 2 of them, and they scattered off, protecting your party. Before it got late enough in the night that you felt that you could take your own rest.
Okay.
I would also just like to point out, if it matters to any of the people I'm traveling with, that after like seeing combat or whatever, pretty obvious that I have graphs on me. I feel like that would have really made it clear.
I'm gonna look over to Elias. Still using that shit?
I'll just kind of crack a smile to you and I say, this is only the beginning.
God, you're sick. I like it.
Kiss me on my hot mouth.
Get over here.
Get
Get over here. I'll miss you, buddy.
Get to smacking.
I
Let's think our shit, dog.
during our downtime that last night, I made another another talisman, and I just go over to Elias. Get over here, you son of a bitch. I can slip in his pocket.
You try to slip in his pocket?
I tried to, yeah.
Like
give me
without me
another.
noticing?
Yeah. I just like being.
Is he
kind.
cursing us? Are these curses?
Give me a finesse roll for the sneak, and then an instinct roll to see if you detect it, Elias.
That's gonna be a. That's gonna be a 13 with fear.
Fair.
An 11 with fear.
Since he was the one who started the roll, we're only going to take his fear die. But he slips in without you noticing, right?
Yeah, you son of a bitch. Come here.
Slap your ass.
Bit of my hair gets stuck in his piercing. God damn it. Fuck.
They're graphing together, interlocking.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Rusty,
Eldridge, you're sick.
tell me how you're feeling after seeing these guys in action.
It's like in the morning.
Yeah.
Rusty did a lot of soul searching last night.
Oh shit, he's gone. We lost him.
Rusty's
The
gone.
Party.
one, I think he thought the group meshed very well and they were great in combat. He's not happy that we got surprised by that and by these creatures specifically, and like this on day 1, night 1, not even looking for trouble. So I kind of left him with a bad feeling. And so he is going to propose that maybe the group heads back to Blackspire for 2 reasons. 1, well, I guess 3. 1, mainly to avoid whatever the heck is up ahead. 2, charter a ship. Maybe the seas are going to be a lot easier. And 3, buy a new walk. Because after that cooking, I don't know if we could be on this journey together without a walk.
It's necessary.
The walk is taking priority.
Rusty would
Rusty,
propose that
damn it, I'd like what you think.
because we are 1 day in, boys, and this is already going down.
He gets
You're
me.
the guy.
He gets me.
Eldrin, let me get a look at that walk. Maybe I can do a little something. I'm just want to look. Maybe I can
You
fix
can't-
it.
You can't ruin it anymore. So, yeah, here.
I'll take it, and
God
I
damn it!
Just crumple it
Jeez.
together.
God,
Watch me bend this shit.
Look how strong I am, guys. Yeah.
I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna twist it.
What?
The walk was the key to my power.
Gabby plans to try to refashion it to a way where it still works during what our downtimes.
Okay, that's gonna be your project
Yes.
for the next one. So you won't be able to do it today, but the next downtime, you'll be able to work on it if you want.
Yes.
So the plan is to head back to Blackspire, kind of re
Well,
up.
I want to hear what the group thinks because, initially talking about the boat, we've done the boat before. It will cut some time. So if we backtrack a day, we'll still be on time by cutting across the water. But I don't know, just the creatures and everything up ahead. I'm wary of maybe possibly going through this every night. So I wonder what you guys think.
I haven't done much sailing in my time. How does that work with the night creatures?
I'm sure there might be some mechanics there, but mostly if we keep the boat lit, the same way, I feel like it's gonna behave very similar. We've encountered a few things, but nothing
So you're
crazy.
saying it's safe?
Well, it's about the same as what I'm trying to say. They're still water creatures.
If it's about the same, we're already ahead here.
If it's about the same and it's faster, we should do that.
It's about the same with the night stuff. It's faster, but we would be avoiding what's in front of us.
Honestly, I trust you and Gabby's discretion. I mean, this is your guys' turf. I think we should go back. I'm okay with that.
Safe. Fast and safe.
Yeah, Gabby, yesterday you were talking about safe. I'm thinking this is the safe option.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And these marshes have been stern.
You two
Well-
know each other, don't you?
Oh, you little bastard.
It's not your
Yeah,
first
he-
time.
He can cook, but he's a little slow.
I got an eye for this kind of thing. You two know each other.
There's a history here. Richard, it takes everything in me not to just do the voice all the time. Dude.
It's addicting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I got hired for it. Go through the marsh. I mean, if we ain't going through the marsh, that's all right.
I mean, we're still gonna be. We'll make land probably above. Colin, I don't have the name of that. Not Avernus.
I think it's Avaris.
Avernus, fuck that place.
No, we're going straight to hell.
We would probably sail from Blackspire to Avaris, and then we'd still have a day or two down to the marsh.
Yeah. Eldrin would probably be the only one who doesn't know about Avaris. Rusty, Elias, Gabby, Avaris is basically Atlantic City of the Blackspire Compact.
You gambling?
It's Vegas.
We can.
Actually, it's not Vegas. It's more like Atlantic City.
Oh my God.
The Electric City.
Well, I'm good with whatever.
I say we do that. Head back down, Blackspire. We can get. I know a good tavern there. And I'll charter a boat.
How much that gonna cost?
I got some pull with a couple of the boatmen. It's not gonna be a fancy boat, tell you. But it'll do the job for not too much. they run these routes anyways, so basically just a passenger fee.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay. A track back to Blackspire to charter a chip. Let's go ahead and on the journey back, Rusty, since you're taking lead, roll me a d12.
I need to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Well, I was just, you motherfucker. You knew
Come
I was
on,
gonna say
bro.
this.
I got a 1.
You let me say it. Got a 1. The day's travel is
Say it.
filled with rain and downpour. The marshes become muddy and dangerous. You take the entire day to get there, but it gets, because of the danger of the situation, I gain 1d4 fear, which is 2. I gain 2 fear.
How about this, buddy?
How about
Get
2
in
of
this.
these? 2 of
Make the
these.
track
How about
back
2
to
of these?
you make the trip
You know
back
what?
to Blackspire successfully. And with that, as you arrive back in Blackspire, we will take our let's say 10-minute break. I'm gonna be generous today.
30 minutes. See you in an hour.
I'm gonna go Collins room.
Alright.
7 minutes.
I'm going to go to Collins' room.
I can do
7 minutes.
All right, be right back.
Everyone's leaving?
I'm here.
Oh. Because I can't see you. I'm still here.
Hey,
Hey,
I
go.
didn't know.
Sometimes I get in my head about it. I'm speaking, and I start thinking of Joe Biden, and it makes me laugh while I'm talking.
Hey, popcorn.
Because it sounds a lot like a Joe Biden impression.
You should do a. You gotta get a little bit more country, just a little tiny bit more country. Hey, popcorn. We're gonna tell Trump. We're gonna make him think that he doesn't know.
We're gonna take my Medicare. We're not gonna.
Wait,
we're gonna go
we're-
on fighting.
We're gonna burn to the ground. We're gonna burn to the ground. We're never gonna stop fighting for it. And he thinks he can break us down, but I'll tell you what my dad told me. My dad told me, he said, "Fight, you gotta fight, son. You gotta fight."
And listen. He does that a lot. He'll stop his train of thought. My dad told me, listen.
Listen.
The core-
Listen. We're not fighting. We're not fighting. We're going swinging. Now watch this drive.
Now watch this drive. That is one of the most crazy interviews with President Bush. Like, wow.
God, I love.
We're gonna find these terrorists that made that attack. And bring them to justice. Now watch this drive. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Are the cats that you got cuter than the ones you found?
They're the ones I found, bro.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Oh, you got them back?
Yeah.
I was wondering, you did like the same names. And I was like, what's that noise?
My chair.
I was wondering why you did the same names. That makes
Quit
sense.
fucking wondering.
Is it the Calico one and the... I don't remember which other one you wanted.
Just a little black and white one, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Are they like, do they have like personalities now? They're not just like,
Yeah, they do.
that's cool.
They're not just.
That's cool. You've been with them since they were birthed. Basically.
Said they've been birthed.
Birthed it all over.
Remy, come here, Remy. You know what's funny? I was talking to Naomi, and she was like, "You should have just named them Richard and Lewis." And I was like, "No, that's fucked up." And then I was like, "They're the same initials."
That's
It's
true.
Remy and Livy.
True. And that
And
way,
they're-
TriCap will always be with you.
And it's short for Liberal and Remington.
Did you tell her that?
I told my mom that, and she
Liberty.
said,
Not
"Liberty,
Liberty.
fuck." I just like saying liberal so much.
Yeah.
Fucking liberal. And those fucking Those pansies.
And the damn Republicans want to take our guns.
Have one of these. Have one of these,
Hey,
Trump.
hey, Donald Trump. How about one of these?
Watch this drive.
Now watch this drop. Oh, man. That dude's got a lot of Pampers behind him. In his chair.
It's like they're having a baby.
What?
Actually, I gotta piss and get this cat. Hey, mother.
We're back.
And we back, and we back, and then. Damn. Turn off the volume.
Hello.
This ain't no intro. This a track.
Nevin?
Kanye.
What?
Remember I told you about that book I was gonna start reading, Exhalation? It's like that short story about the guy who wrote like the Arrival
Yeah.
kind of stuff. I've read 3 of them so far, and they're pretty good. I think
Yeah.
you'd like it.
Okay.
I think I'd recommend.
What about me? You think I'd like it?
I just picked up.
Maybe
I
so.
went to a bookstore today and I picked up Paycheck, the Philip K. Dick short stories book.
You read any of it?
I did when I was a kid, but I think it's a similar
Oh.
vein. It's like sci-fi short stories.
Yeah, they're sci-fi. They're pretty cool. One's about like time, like this reality of time, kind of like how you don't really have control over it, but it can like still affect you in ways.
Hmm.
One's about you have no free will, and people might lose their mind or learn to deal with it.
You guys ever heard of the Stormlight Archive?
No, I haven't. What's that?
I wish my friend. I want to be able to talk about somebody, one fucking person, but I have nobody. I have nobody.
Someday.
Yeah, when.
Someday.
Colin started it.
I read the first page.
Did you?
Good.
Hey, that's
What'd you
farther
think
than
of it?
everybody else. Are you hooked?
Good boy.
It was good. I like the way the words like sounded together at one after another.
What does that even mean? Oh, I forgot to say the whole series, all 5 books, 1,000+ pages each, is written in just haikus.
Hell no.
Okay. Let's get back into the vaults
That wasn't
at
10
some
minutes.
point. We'll get to the vault someday. That'd be so funny? Campaign is the first 10 games is just
We keep going back to Black Spire.
it's just the journey to try to get to it's not even the actual
Rusty's just a pussy.
I'm actually like really directionally challenged, and we're lost.
Yeah,
He's Zoro in One Piece. He just can't figure his way out.
The fuck am I? So you're in the northern nation.
Bro, you've lived here your whole life. How do you not know where we're going?
I have not lived here my whole life. I'm sorry to tell you. That.
Just Rusty. Only like
shit.
everyone's seeing from behind. He's just yeah, he's doing that bullshit.
Fuck.
Shit, I can't read.
Doing that Boy Scout thing, I'm like, my finger's wet.
I think the sun comes up over.
It changes. I know that much.
Just go.
It changes. It's not the same.
It says
It's
says
not a
Weast.
constant orbit.
What the fuck is Weast?
Did I write this?
The journey back is simple. Without all that rain and stuff, I do gain some fear, but you guys make quick time, arrive at the city before nightfall again. I'll even say on the prior experience, Gabby and Rusty, those creatures, you've heard of them before. People just call them burrowers. And you encountered 6 babies that were lounging in the water. Didn't even encounter a fully grown one, which can grow to the size of a horse.
Jeez.
So, very smart play to kind of backtrack through that.
We gain a hope.
You do not gain a hope.
You
You
get
have
all
all
the
the
fear,
hope
but
when
you
you
don't
get
get a
it on. You arrive back at Blackspire at the eastern, not gates. It's just an open city, but the eastern roadway. What would you like to do?
I would show the group the Bogwater Saloon. Tell them the rooms are hella cheap there. And then, like, obviously they can do whatever they want tonight. So, hey, y'all can do whatever you want. I'm gonna go see about this boat. Good folk here in this saloon. Don't cause too much trouble because you're with me. And then I would inform whoever of the other trackers were there of what we saw on the road and why we're diverting. I'll just share that information.
One of them, his name's Santa. He goes, "Oh, you counting some of them burrows out there, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's strange. They're only really known to come from the Southlands. But good to know. Maybe we'll set out some warning posts along the track. Did you leave anything inside the cabin? As a warning or anything? Or did you resupply or whatever?"
There'd be a couple acid burns on the walls. Might be a little bit of heads up. I should have thought about it. We kind of just got out of there.
Hey, no worries. I'd understand it. Are you gonna be okay with all these individuals on this job? It seems like you're a little shook up after all this.
Oh, we're good. They actually fought real well, to be honest. I do like them already. It's only been one day, but now I feel like it's even more my duty to make sure I see them through.
And you still planning on going down the vault yourself?
We'll see. I might carry on with this crew a little bit further, see what they're all about.
Right on. Alright, well, good talking to you, Rust. What else are you guys doing while on Blackspire?
If there's a moment where Rusty's away,
No.
and Gabby is no, all right, not bad.
He's
I'll
always
shut up.
watching.
Life, you're with me, bud. Let's go.
Eyes everywhere.
Am I going with you?
No, you're good.
I'm
Well,
gonna let you
I will take Eldrin with me.
What?
spank.
Huh? What?
I was gonna try some of the ale.
I didn't do anything.
Please!
Shit!
Like, what did he get this whole thing? This bullshit.
I've slammed 3 ales already.
Fucking hands off me.
Get your fucking ass.
Get your fucking hands off of me!
Somebody help!
I'm fine.
Oh, we're never getting, guys. We're never getting to Wormwood, and I'm kind of on board for it.
It's been too long. Everybody knows the first game back is a lot of bullshit.
It's real goofy.
I told you guys, I was like, this is the sandbox. Whatever you guys decide to do, that's what we're doing. So,
Discrimination.
hate crime.
It's because I'm a halfling.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I'll have one ale, and then I'll go with
Okay.
Rusty or whatever his name is.
Gabby's just really into wanting to fix this goddamn walk.
Okay.
And while Eldrin's gone, I just kind of like just get it ready for it to reform.
Gabby's walking over Rusty. He's like, something's wrong.
Bend some cast iron.
Something's wrong.
You feel that? Did you feel that?
Maybe we should head back, Rusty.
And he's gonna try to blacksmith this shit back to a walk. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
What are you gonna use to do that?
I'm gonna find the nearest blacksmith and see if I can borrow some equipment so I can knock this shit out. Because I do have experience being a blacksmith.
Okay.
hmm So I'm gonna tinker a little
Well,
bit.
you gotta bring race into it.
Understood.
gonna
You can
follow-
find a blacksmith and get those tools. Go ahead and roll me a finesse roll. And are you going to use your experience with this?
Yes.
So you need to spend a hope to use your experience.
Can I spend multiple hope to
No,
help it
just,
out, or no, just one?
just one to activate the experience, which gives you a +2. And that's for everybody. For your experiences, if you use a hope, you get to add a +2 to whatever roll is accompanied by that.
Okay. That's gonna be a 15 with hope.
15 with hope. You are able to take the walk. The seasoning is gone. But because of all the pockmarks and damaged metal, you're able to go find some other scrap metal and fully scrape out all the pockmarks, get rid of those damaged areas, reinforce some of the sides, ting, smooth it out. It looks like a brand new factory made walk, but the seasoning is like it's gone. You maintain the metallic form of it, but
Gabby gives it like
alright.
a quick lick.
Damn
you
shame.
can see your face in it because of how polished the metal is now. If only it had some of that oil left on it. You gain a hope for that.
Nice.
The walk is usable again. It just won't taste the same.
Never will.
Never will.
Oh, he gonna have a second best friend.
Forever.
You want to make memories.
Old man noises.
That's exactly what that is.
What else?
And Gabby makes his way back to the end.
Okay.
Rusty,
Um,
where are you taking me?
So I
Um,
will tell you guys, real quick. If you're going to spend the night here, it is going to cost you guys a handful of coins just to get everybody into a room. A handful of gold, which is how they do currency in this. We'll come up with it later. But if you're trying to get out by the day, it won't. But go ahead. Sorry, Rusty. Didn't mean to cut you off.
I see what you're saying. I guess if we could get the boat, if we could get a boat for tonight, then we can leave on the boat tonight. We don't have to pay for a room.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Eldrin. We're gonna head down to the kind of the northeastern side of Black Spire, where there's like canals and there's like a fishing area where like there's a lot of fishing boats and a fish market.
Mm.
We're gonna go down there and see if I can find. I just casually know a few of the fishing merchants, just to see if we could hop on one that's already heading to Avaris, for less coin than it would be to take like a private ship.
Yeah, I love that. Roll me a presence roll to like go through all your friend lists and try to get a good reading on that.
Let's go. That's gonna be an 18 with hope.
Man, you guys are getting a lot of hope. Where my ears at, boys?
That's all I've rolled is fear, big dog.
Yeah, hope.
Oh,
And what was the number again?
I got a 10 and an 8, so 18.
18. Who's the first person you would go to down at the fish market?
I feel like there's an old pal of mine who's got this real tiny boat that barely holds together, but he would give us the cheapest, and so I go down to the very end of the dock to see if he was there.
well, if it's Rusty, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. I don't remember his name either.
who's this
Oh, it's
fella?
all right.
Who's
My
this?
name's Reginald.
Reggie. Hey, this is Reggie. He's a good pal of mine. He's got a real sturdy vessel that might be able to get us all the way there.
Another not halfling, but another human, who's old. He's got the white goatee, bald, like completely bald head with a little tink of hair on the top. He's wearing raggedy clothes, and he takes a fish out of a bucket, snaps its back, cuts its fucking head off, and he's like, "You gotta break the bone, makes it taste better."
That's Reggie.
Bites off the head. So, Rusty, what can I do for you today?
Yeah, listen here. Any chance you're heading to Havaris tonight or tomorrow?
I was planning on spending a few coin here in about a couple days. I'd be obliged to maybe make my way down there, get a little frisky with the ladies. I don't want to scare the huzzes, but
Whatever the
Use
hell that
word
means.
huzzes.
He muted himself too.
Out of shame.
Out of shame.
Yeah, listen, Reggie, we're on a little bit of a time crunch here, brother. And I was hoping maybe for a little bit of coin, we could jump on and maybe, if possible, leave tonight or tomorrow morning. I got myself and 3 others. We would make it worth your while.
I'd be willing to do that. Maybe because we're friends, Rusty. I'd be willing to do it for 2 handfuls of corn.
Yep, that's
And I don't want him using his hands.
Rusty, because my hands are small.
They're small hands, Rusty. I want big hands of corn.
Look at them.
Hey, Reggie, trust me. They're small, but they can cook. All right.
All right. I don't know what you mean by that. Is he trying to square up? You want to dance, motherfucker?
He knows jujitsu.
Eldrin, stand down.
Stand down.
I'll drop you, boy. Reggie gets in a fucking position to hands up.
He's
Hold
in
on.
a boxer stance.
Yeah, it's southpaw. Come on, let's dance.
Hold on.
So.
Sandbox.
Let me breathe. You ain't good. Oh. You ain't taking nobody down, you old fuck.
Oh, I bet you were here before severance, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna go for his niece.
No. No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
strip his legs.
He needs you in the jaw.
I'm out. I'll just out.
Gentlemen,
I'm just playing. Yeah, Rusty, 2 handfuls of gold and we'll set out sail tonight. How about that? I need some gambling money.
good. I give him 2 handfuls.
Nice. All right. Well, just get your boys together, or girls, or cousins.
Reggie, we will be back here just after dark. Do you need torches for the ship?
Oh well, no, I got plenty. I just restocked recently. I just came back from Rivermark. River. I'll take some booze.
All right, I'll get us some booze, and we'll be here just after dark. All right.
Sounds good. And you
All
listen here, you wrinkly fuck. You want to get some? You don't want none? Don't say none.
One of these days, Reggie, you gonna fuck with the wrong one. I'm telling you right now.
And I'll tell you, it ain't you. You fuck.
I'm the wrong one.
I'll whoop your ass. You little fucking wrinkly ass. All right. And Reggie goes about the day. Anything else that you?
Rusty,
Well,
what
what's
an
next?
asshole. I don't want to ride with him.
I would just take Elgin right back to the saloon to wait for everybody, because it took us the whole day to get here, so it's already kind of getting evening now, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we would go back and wait, and I would cut Elgin off from any more ale at the saloon.
Good play.
I'm
Get on the boat drunk.
I'm fine.
He started it.
Before they would have got back, I would have tried to talk to Gabby. Gabby, how well you know Rusty?
Well, I met him a while back. He was helping some other folk crossing the marsh. By then, I had already settled down, made my roots, and then we just started connecting. You know, a little bit of networking, however you city folk call it. But yeah, just I knew my way around the marsh. Granted, it wasn't as dangerous as what we encountered, but just help them traverse. Throw me a little bit of coin here and there for our bigger parties, but for the most part, just do work. Kind of a work friend.
Do you know anything that's going on with his eye? You know the story behind that?
Pry, I'll be honest. He's got his secrets, I got mine.
Yeah, I understand. I was just curious.
No, it's all good. Just I've also been curious, but I ain't never found the time. Kind of see him on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, so don't really have time to chit chat.
Yeah, I understand.
What about you, huh? What you been doing recently? Still graphing, I see.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn more about it. I left home and I went to all the major cities, just trying to learn as much as I can about it before. Well, I guess you'll see. Hopefully, by the end of this journey, I'll be able to do something.
What towns are you still missing? I'm assuming you hit all of them by now.
Not so much to many of the small ones. Just spent a lot of time at the capital.
About time you got out of that disgusting place.
Yeah,
It's all prim and nice. Yeah.
they got their own flow to them. They're a little different than here, but you learn.
Out here, you can breathe the fresh air daily. Wake up to it too. Morning dew. Not there.
I will admit, this place is a little gross compared to the other ones, but
Oh, it's disgusting.
it's got some charm to it.
But it's definitely, right at dawn when you see the sun come up, light hitting the dew. Something about it. Little mist going on.
Sounds like you found your home.
I did.
Good.
But I'm still waiting to see where you call home. When you gonna invite me over for a little swamp shine? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you might be the one bringing that, but once I find a place to settle down, you'll
I
be
got
one of the
plenty. I
first
got
to
some in the back. You want? He pulls out a jar, like a little mason jar. It's almost piss yellow. Almost. It's got a little tint of green. This should knock your socks off.
Let's give it a shot.
Glug,
Eldrin,
glug, glug, glug.
Eldrin's fucking dancing. I
me-
feel
me-
good, Rusty.
God damn, I shake it. I still got it.
Look at it. Look at that. You see that? That's what I'm trying to nutty.
You see that?
See that? Look at that. Stiff as a
Shit.
rock.
But that bastard Reggie can't do this shit. Oh fuck.
As your conversation draws to an end, the boat is chartered. You all reconvene back together with Rusty. If there's any like things you would like to purchase before, rations or anything or whatever, you guys could do that too. But seeing as you are already somewhat prepared for the travel, I leave that up to you guys.
Anything we need to grab before we go, Rusty, or are we good to go?
I mean, to be honest, we should be good. We only use 1 day's worth, and this is going to shave off about 2, so we should be good. We do have about 30 minutes before we need to be down there if there's any last minute stuff. Oh, Gabby, we're going to need to give my boy Reggie some of your swamp shine, brother, if that's all right.
If you're looking for swamp shine, it's gonna run them a handful.
Whoa,
But
Sean.
I'll throw in 2. Just
Alright.
for the convenience.
For the boat, for the captain.
I'll throw in 2.
What's,
thank you.
What's swamp shine?
You didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything.
No,
This
I,
Quiet,
is
old man.
I definitely
this
heard.
is the elixir given by the swamp.
Gabby,
Wow.
you're going to get us in trouble if
You
you
don't
give him
say,
any.
do you? Yeah. Let me,
Yeah,
uh,
you want
I
some?
love that.
You want some, Eldrin? You want some of
No,
this
no,
Gabby
I give you
homemade
Hey,
swamp shine?
something to
Listen.
wet the lips.
Listen,
I
I'm not
got you.
sizist. I'm not sizist, all right, but he's a quarter of our size. He cannot hold it.
I can hold it just
Yeah,
fine.
I'll give
Cannot hold it.
I'll give you a whiff, Eldrin. And Gabby opens one up, just takes a swig, gonna gargles it, swallows it,
Gobbles it, swallows it.
gobbles it, swallows it, and then kind of spits a little bit on Eldrin. That's the swamp kiss.
There you go, old man.
Swamp kiss, baby.
The
Swamp
fuck is
kiss.
that all about?
Motherfucker. I
I'll,
shoot him.
I'll force push him.
Hey, I'll tell you
Sorry,
what,
you know,
Eldrin,
Gucci.
for spitting on you, because that was kind of funny. Here, and I
Just a
pull
little,
out the walk.
just a little swig. Fuck the
I
walk.
pull out the.
Little swig.
Nope.
Walk.
You don't want the walk. Anyone want the walk?
Let me look at it.
Now anyone want the? No, you don't want it.
Give me it,
You
bitch.
don't want it. Bitch,
Um,
what? Bitch, what?
Bitch, please.
Thank you.
Oh, he's sassy. I like
Bitch,
that.
please.
Thank you. Now there's your nice walk. Ain't got no seasoning. That's on you.
If you guys don't need, like, you can go and get potions, or if different armor or whatever, we can go through that now if you want. Otherwise, you're just getting on the boat. Get on the boat.
Barely got any coin, so
Yeah. I mean, how much would like general knowledge? Do we mostly know how much like a potion costs?
Oh yeah. Adventuring is like very well known in this
Okay.
world, and potions are like Coke. I mean, Coca-Cola. They're everywhere.
Like Coke?
What do you mean,
Uh,
Cole?
What?
For minor health,
Damn.
you could get a minor health potion, a minor stamina potion.
Oh.
Mm.
Those will run you about. I don't know how. Can you guys control? How much can you control of your gold on your sheet?
I
It
think
gives
we can just
us-
add handfuls and lessen handfuls. That's
Does
it.
it
Yeah,
go-
yeah.
It's not like half a handful or anything, right?
it's
No,
just full
it-
handfuls.
It does full
Okay,
handfuls.
Good to know. I'd say
Also,
for
there's bags. There's bags.
Right. I think it's 10 handfuls equals 1 bag, 10 bags equals a chest. For 1 handful, you could get 2 minor health potions, 2 minor stamina potions. Each, when you consume them, clear 1 HP and then 1 stress for the stamina.
Mm.
You can get all 4 for 1 handful, or 1 handful for 2 of each.
1 for 2. If you want a normal health potion, which is 1d4 plus 1, that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you 2 handfuls per 1.
Okay. I think Gabby's just gonna go ahead and buy 2 minor health potions for a handful.
Colin, it says I have one in my possession already, a minor health potion. Is that
Yeah.
just like starting shit? Okay.
Yep. You could also get an armor stitcher, which allows you to spend any number of hope to clear that many armor slots. That's going to cost you about like 7 or 8 handfuls.
Damn. I don't really got too much money.
Level 1.
Any potions? Otherwise, we'll carry on onto the boat. Onto the boat.
I think I bought 2, so I should have 3 in total now.
3 minors? Okay. 3 minor
Yes.
health potions.
Whoa! What did you say on that? 3 minors?
3 minors.
Nevin.
You can.
He hates Kendrick.
We buy that and we go to the boat as it takes off. Reggie says, "All right, now just make sure you keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. And if we get into a storm, it's every man for himself. If you need a life jacket, they're in the bottom of the ship. And if you can't swim, you better learn quick." Shoo! And he lifts the sail and when he just takes out. And I play the music. You see he pulls out this little whistle flute and starts playing like pirate music as the ship takes off.
You call that music?
Oh, you!
I'm gonna start whistling.
There's
It's gonna be a long boat ride, boys.
yeah.
Give me some of that swamp shine.
Get
Come
your
on.
fucking hands
Come
off!
on.
Hey, I heard Swamp Shine.
Swamp
Oh, that's
shine.
right.
Where you holding that on me, boy?
I'm holding these just for you.
Let me
Pull out
just
2
have a little
jars.
sip. I won't touch it after that.
Nah,
No, your
don't.
fat fucking mouth will eat all of it, you bitch.
That's it.
Come on now. He throws a punch.
This is not a big boat.
13 to
It's
hit.
fucking rocking.
13 against your evasion. It's like
me,
Valheim.
it's me.
Okay.
He's punching the fucking the staff.
It's minor damage. 1 minor damage. So you take 1 HP.
Armor
Yeah,
slot.
you like that, you son of...
Armor
Oh,
slot.
shit.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna use everything I have. So all 6 of my hope I'm gonna use to.
Fuck it, Rob.
I'm just kidding. After the 1 punch, I'll turn back. All right. I was just testing the waters.
Yeah, test this, bitch. He goes in again.
No, he
I'm gonna use a
doesn't.
fear. I'm gonna use a fear. And he goes in
He's gonna
again.
kill me. Eldred's a fragile old man.
That's a 2. 2 to hit.
Does not hit.
How do you deflect this hit? Do you just dodge it? Do you catch it?
I'd say it's almost like Eldred's doing the old man thing. He's like, ugh. And then as the punch is coming, he just like dips out the way. And he's like, "Oh, you thought you had me, didn't you?" And then he's gonna counter.
Oh, okay. What are you gonna
I'm gonna fucking punch his ass in the jaw.
do? Roll the hit.
Punch his
Jesus.
dumb ass in the jaw.
Just add your strength to this roll.
Fuck. 7.
Yeah, no, that doesn't. He
That
catches your fist. Oh yeah, you old fucker.
Can I attack him with a whip?
Why are we attacking the captain?
Yeah, kill Reggie.
Okay, so it's really just to like restrain his arm from like
Whip
doing
his
more.
ass.
Yeah, he goes for this final punch, and you whoosh, catch it Indiana Jones style, and he goes, "Oh, sorry, I got a little feisty when it gets this late.
Yeah, I know.
right. Let's light the torches and get to sailing." And
All right, Reggie. Let's call it good. We both got a couple good punches in. That's
yeah, and you do pretty good for an old whippersnapper like
Uh,
yourself. I ain't gonna lie. All right, whatever. Okay.
I am a little older than you.
The boat sails on through the night. I need somebody else who hasn't rolled one of the D12s yet to roll to see what happens. Yeah, Richard
do it.
Cole.
I'll do it. Do I roll both or just one?
Just one.
Just one D12. Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
That's an 11. Also, Colin, during this time, could I do something?
Yeah.
After making good with Reggie, and now we're like, cool. I'm gonna use my telepathy. I'm gonna spend a hope to use telepathy, and I'm gonna talk to Gabby, right? I'm gonna be like, we should take the boat over. This fucker, we could do this way better than he can.
Gabby's kind of like sitting up, just like really relaxed with the hat on his head.
Just
Huh?
a thought.
Huh?
Just a thought. It's Eldrin, by the way. Also, the swamp shine. I just want to taste.
What?
Please.
I got told by Rusty, and he's speaking out loud now. I got told by Rusty to not give you no damn shine. And no, I'm not gonna take over this damn ship. I don't know how to fucking manage this damn thing. Do you?
Just put some on your finger, let it rub it on my lips. That's how.
God damn it.
Rub it on my
Rusty,
lips.
can I just give him a little bit so he'd leave me alone?
Hell no.
You heard him.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
About
Fuck
As
you.
the night goes on, well, I say the night, you get about 3 hours out into the water. And Reggie's just, all right, there's no beds or nothing, so you just sleep wherever you find a restful slumber. And I'll make sure to keep wait. Hold on a minute. Put out the torches real quick. Put them out. And he like his tone shifts quickly. Do you all help go put out the torches? They
Reggie-
line the
Yeah, if Reggie says it, I'm putting out the torches.
really, this is what we're doing, and this is what we shouldn't be doing.
He says, you say that, and he says, "Shh, quiet. And you just hear the water. And he goes, huh, thought I heard something. Okay. I think we're okay to put him back on. Goes around, lights him back up. He says, sorry about that. There's just stories about this bayside. Sometimes at night, there's, in recent time, a ghost ship been prowling these waters. They say you can hear the bell and it sounds like the scream of a lover lost. And I thought and then you all hear screaming out through the night, and he goes, shit! And you look over, and there is a ship sailing straight at you, like coming out of the water, full like Pirates of the Caribbean. Dun, 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 dun. You see the mast of the ship come
Davy
up,
Jones
and then
Locker.
it crests up out of the water, and he's just, turn the fucking torches off! Turn them off! All the torches go off, and you see the ship sail by, and there is like it's probably like a few thousand feet away from you, but the scream sounded like it was right in your ear. And as it sails by, you're just the thought of it catching you starts to fill you with fear, as it is a galleon, a huge ship. That means there's at least 30 to 40 crew on there. And it just sailed straight up out of the water. As it crossed over, I'd like everybody to, anybody who would like to can make me an instinct roll to see what you get.
You're
Let's do it.
Oh shit.
That is
13 hope.
22. Or sorry, 23 fear. Because
Okay.
you add them, right? You add them together. Add your instinct.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, so 23 fear.
Oh, the fuck, did you get 23?
12 plus 10.
Oh,
And then plus 1.
you have 10?
What?
Wait, hold on. How are
No,
you
I
doing this?
rolled 2 d12s. I got a 12 and a 10.
Oh,
And then plus 1 to instinct. 23.
okay.
2 10s, baby.
Great.
Not as good as 23.
So Eldrin and Rusty, who else got above a 16?
I did. I got a 17 with fear.
Okay, so I'm not going to take any fear or hope for this roll because I'm not sure if that's how it works. Group checks.
Hmm.
But I'll say this. As the boat sails by, there is a freakish movement on it. You see the whole of the ship kind of shifts and undulates like a caterpillar walking across the ground, but on the water. It looks like the ship is not made out of wood, but it is made out of flesh and bone, and it is undulating and pulsing itself across the water. And you see on the ship itself, just for a brief moment, there are humanoid-like shapes who are controlling these sails that are ripped up with holes in them. And the way they flap in the wind is almost too elastic, not canvas or anything, almost like skin. This is an undead ship of nightmare as it sails across. And Rusty, you guarantee there's at least 30 entities on that ship. You count just from eyesight, from 1,000 feet away in the dead of night, you can see it as they kind of glow slightly. Little ghostly, like pale white glow echoing from them. And then you hear again, and the ship dives under the water. Reggie tells everybody to just be quiet, stay calm. All right, I think it's past. I mean, like 20 minutes he waits. No torches for now. Let's get these sails full mast and get out of here. I've never seen nothing like that. I thought they were just lying about it. I thought this was all just supposed to be in the swamplands, but dark is bringing out some nasty things.
Yeah, well, Rusty.
Eldrin pissed.
I ain't gonna lie, this is gonna have to be a rough one.
This crew seems to bring something special out of these lands. I don't know.
Guess we got a bit of a gnoming going.
We might. Yeah, we're gonna need double the talismans, brother.
Don't worry, I'll slip one into you soon enough.
Well, don't say it like that.
Into you.
Yeah,
What did he just say?
Consensual.
Wait a minute.
If you want a sip of this damn swamp shine, you shut up.
Alright.
the night
He doesn't.
goes on with Swamp Shine being passed out and reprimanded by Rusty. You guys sail for the remainder of the night. You can take your long rest, do your actions if you would like. And then the next day, we arrive in Avaris, at least the coast. And it is booming, baby. I'm talking, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful, sunny, very, very muggy day in Avaris, baby. I'm talking bunny going. Ding, 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 ding.
Welcome to Atlantic City.
Welcome. There's a big sign, yeah, that says "Welcome to Avaris" and little magic. As you sail in, Reggie goes, "All right, well, we made it, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to spend maybe a few more nights here than I originally planned because I don't want to get eaten by a big whale monster ship. Okay, so you guys have fun in the swamp, Eldrin." Rusty, I'll be seeing you.
Thank you, Reggie.
Of course, anytime, my friend, anytime. Takes a fish out of his pocket, bites the head off, spits it on the ground, starts munching on it as he walks away.
What a piece of
Ladies!
what a piece of shit.
It is the difference between Blackspire. Like, this place is nice. The city streets are nice and well paved. The sides of the shacks aren't covered in moss and dirt and grime. They're cleaned perfectly. There are metal fencings along pathways. There are carts going in and out. Boats that look like they're yachts coming through the dockside. Welcome to the city of sin, baby.
Woo!
Let's go. About to
Um,
start chugging some swamp shine.
It's about
Hard.
midday. You guys can decide if you want to stay here for the night, kind of gather some more supplies, take a rest here through the night, and then travel break of dawn next morning. Up to you what you would like to do.
I take it a few of you haven't been here before.
Hell no.
Never. Not once.
Maybe
No.
we kick it here for the day. Leave tomorrow morning. We're ahead of schedule now.
Oh yeah. At least, I mean, you've cut the trip down significantly. You probably got 3 to 4 days pushing it on a swamp skipper to Wormbloom, but Moisty Marsh within a day on a swamp skipper for sure.
Beautiful.
So, as our party arrives, going from Blackspire to the middle of the swamp, back to Blackspire to Avaris, the city is yours. If you want to make a little cash here, gamble it away. They got fight pits, they got all sorts of games, card games, dice games. You want to shoot a little craps? They've also got some fight pits if you need to get a little, you need a little coin in your pocket. Because where you guys are going, there's going to be very little, if no resources at all. It'd be a very good time to stock up on money, stock up on items before you get to Wormbloom, where there might not even be enough rations to go around. But with all that, we will pick it up the next time in our journey deep into the vaults, baby.
On our tails of Wormbloom.
Let's go.
On our adventure.
All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next one.